Hey, welcome back to Farming with Family. And who's ready to go rock rolling? This is probably one of my favorite times of the planting process, simply because it's simple. As long as your tires are up, usually you don't have any problems. Seeding's fun, spraying's fun and all, but there's a lot more critical stuff you gotta watch constantly. Where this, you unfold it and you just drive and watch the rocks go back into the ground. So, gonna eat a little lunch. Actually gonna sit down to eat today. This is probably one of the few times I've sat down for lunch in the last month. So, do it while we can. But we'll eat a little bit, then we'll go start rock rolling. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 fields to do. All done eating lunch. Let's go do some rock rolling. And once again, it's so nice to have a new cab interior in here. New blower motor. The AC is working good. Got a new AC pump last year. Got my GPS working. I figured out. Talked to a couple guys on a Facebook page that run John Deeres like this, and one of them had an easy steer like me, and they said what they have the settings at, and it fixed the problem. Now it works great. So let's go smash some rocks. Okay, made it up to the field. We'll show you if I can figure out how to unfold it again. Usually it's not too hard, but sometimes it's just a little bit tricky. Try number 2. You never get this on the first try until you do it a couple times, then you figure out how wide you need to, or how far you need to drive ahead, so it's just a little bit pivoted out. Time to roll. We're moving right along. Got the right width set in the GPS, so I overlap just a little bit. You can see over there the corn stalks are laying this way, and now I want to hit those same ones just a little bit so I don't leave any gap behind. Going about 9.5 miles an hour. Have it set at 38 feet. Good. It's nice on a hot day like this, and it kind of crunches the corn stalks and helps them break down too. Lays them over pretty flat. Where if you do it when it's damp, it still pushes the rocks down, but it doesn't kind of smash the corn stalks as well. So it's doing a good job. Tractor's working good. Just a nice afternoon to sit in the tractor. And I don't have to worry about if I'm putting in the right amount of seed down, or if I have something broken, or have to worry about if I have enough fertilizer or seed on hand. So it's going pretty good. That's why I like rock rolling. All done with this field, time to move on to the next one. Next field, let's see if we can unfold this on the first try. That's better. Curious to know if I'm gonna get rained out, because it's a little bit darker back there than it is up here, and it's darker over there than it is up here. I know up. Well, I made it to the next field and getting a little bit done, and here comes the rain. But we will gladly take it. If it can rain an inch, inch and a half, 2, I'd be perfectly happy. There's a little less dust though, but it's starting to cake up on my drums, so we're gonna quit for the night, head home. Well, it's raining. Tractor's getting a wash, whether it likes it or not. It's nice to see some rain. We haven't had a good rain for probably 3-4 weeks. We're almost home, not too far away. Well, it's Sunday now, and it rained Thursday night, and it rained on and off Friday night. We got 1 inch and 10/100 of rain, so that was just beautiful. It was just what we needed. The ground was getting nice and, I mean, it was getting really dried out, and now it's nice and soft, and it's got some good moisture, so it's dried out enough. So we're gonna get the rock roller going and go try to finish the last 2 fields that are ready to roll. As I always say, do it for Greta. Alright, made it up to our field. I'll show you how I gotta flip these around. You put them one way and it angles the wheel to bring these drums in, so when you're transporting them they're not sitting out so wide. And then when you want to unfold it, you flip it, and then it makes this wheel cocked out a little bit, so then it widens it out, and then when you back up it'll unfold. So I'll show you how I do that. So now, when I drive forward, it'll angle it out a little bit, and then when I back up, it'll let it unfold a little bit easier. Alright, we'll look and see if there's any, or how far they are from popping up here. This is the furrow. I can see where we planted them. So dig down until you find a little seed. They should be sprouting by now, as long as they got a little bit of moisture on them. See, there's one. So I kind of broke this one, but the bean put just a little bit of a sprout out, and in a few days those will be coming out of the ground. Let's see if I can find one more for you. See, there's one that got planted that hasn't sprouted yet, but the little top is cracking, so that's not too far away. Here's another one. There you go, that's more of a complete one. So that's what it looks like. In a few days, those will be up above the ground. Let the good times roll. It's working good. I was kind of wondering if it was going to be dry enough, or if it was going to want to pack on the rollers, but it's working just fine. Finish that field, a little bit that was left. Now I gotta put a little fuel in this tractor, and then we'll start working on that field across the road. I got some fuel still on my transfer tank, so I'm gonna bring that over here and just get that put into the tractor so it's empty. These wet spots back here in the corner of the pasture, or the, not pasture anymore, of the field. Right over there is where Russell got stuck when he was disking. And after the rain, there is actually some water standing in there, so we're just gonna kind of skirt around that. But just getting this little border done around this part, so I can keep going back and forth. For some reason, my GPS or my auto steer doesn't want to guide me anymore. It wants to take me way off course and have me zigzag. So at least there's corn rows, so that I can just follow that back and forth, and it's not too bad. Then I also look at my monitor. That's a little soft back there. I just look at my monitor, and that tells me how close I am to being online. So between the corn rows and that, it works okay. Okay, it's the next day. We got the rock rolling all done. Got the rock roller taken back. Now we're making a little electric wire fence in the corner of our pasture here. Nolan and Vaughn are helping me. We've been working on a water project. We had where my hydrant was over there, we had a water line break. So we dug that up, and it's taking a little bit longer, but the cows need to get out here, so I'm just gonna fence this part off. There's water down in the slough that they can drink for now, and then I can also pull their tank over closer to the road over here, and I'll just haul some water if we don't get it done in time, but we're gonna keep making electric fence. All right, so electric wire you gotta put on insulators instead of steel clips. And I want about this high. Come on. There we go. Then you just hook the electric wire through it. Then it holds onto this instead of touching the post. If it touches the post, it'll ground out and not work. Okay, we got the Energizer hooked up. Got all of our insulators on. It's not really touching much grass. So this is my voltmeter or whatever they call it to see how strong the fence is. You want it to be at this top one that's about 5,000. So you should put it on here. I don't know if you can see that little blink. It's supposed to, I don't know if you can see it. Let's go to this one. It was working, maybe I'm not touching it good enough. Oh, it was working. Oh, there it is. It's just a little hard to see in the sunlight. But anyways, should be good enough. Cows should stay in. They can enjoy some of the pasture, nice grass that we got this year. And also this year we got a bunch of this clover coming. So correct me if I'm wrong, anybody, but in order to get clover, you have to have a wet fall, so you got to have enough rain so it can germinate in the fall, go dormant over the winter time, and then it'll grow back in the spring. But when you have clover growth, the cows love it. The bees love it. It has lots of pollen on it, and then it does add to how much hay you have in your pasture, because I mean, it's right now it's still growing and nice and tender, but it's already taller than the grass. So it's not super thick, it's just kind of in patches throughout the pasture, but the cows, they love this stuff. So it's nice to have some clover. All right, we got the horse trailer backed up. We're gonna get these cows loaded and hauled up to the pasture. There's a few of them enough, so it's easier just to haul them instead of try to drive them up there. But we'll get them loaded and get them up to fresh green grass.
We got all the cows in the trailer. They're all in there.
Alright, so I got them in the trailer. Put a little fly spray on them. This helps keep the flies off for about 3 weeks to a month. One more to go, and then we can head up to the pasture.
I got a whole bundle. There they go. Come on, Polly.
Hey, come on. Let's go.
Come on.
Fresh grass, come on. There we go.
There.
Look who made their way over to the other end of the pasture. All chomping down on grass. They ought to be nice and happy now. Alright, girl, see you later. Well, we're gonna end this video. Got to do a little lawn mowing. It's been a couple weeks now, and we haven't had a ton of rain, but it's still growing good. So we're gonna get it mowed and get that done before we move on to doing second pass of spraying. So we'll get a little bit of video lawn mowing. Well, I got the yard all mowed. It was super nasty out because we got a really strong south wind, and every turn in one direction it blows whatever you mowed right back in your face. So time to shower off and get on to the next task of the day. But thanks for watching. This is where we're going to end the video. Hope you enjoyed it, and like I say, if there's anything that you want to see in these videos, let me know and we'll try to get some footage of it. Thanks for watching.